Oh, we all make too much of this. We make too much of being physical. We make too much of that which is non-physical. You came forth into this time-space reality intending to have a glorious life experience, and left to your own devices you would. In other words, you are born seeking joy. You are born knowing that you're supposed to feel joyful. And it gets a little topsy-turvy as you are influenced by others to believe that if it feels good, it isn't, and that if there's struggle and suffering in it, that there is probably virtue somewhere in it. In other words, you get crossways of your guidance system, and that really is what we are most wanting to help you to rediscover. We want you to reactivate within yourself your awareness of your own guidance system so that you can remember who you are and so that you can figure out which way you're headed and which is the right way. There is not one right answer, but there is certainly guidance coming forth from your broader perspective that would let you find the path to that which you are about, you see. You didn't all come intending to live exactly identical lives. You came forth to live diversity and variance and difference and to stimulate within one another variety and desire. You came forth to live in joy, and anything that is a departure from that is off your path. Joseph Campbell, a wonderful man and teacher in your physical environment, gave you the best words that we've ever heard spoken for living your life in the way you intended before you made the decision to come forth. In other words, how you felt coming into this life experience when he said, follow your bliss. If you will follow your bliss, if you will reach for the thoughts and the words and the actions that feel good while you're thinking them or speaking them or contemplating them or doing them, then you will be the being that you came forth to be. But what we notice as we see someone in despair or even in anger, sometimes they can't even get a whiff of bliss. And so our message is, let bliss be your goal, but if you are in despair, then reach for the life-giving relief that anger will give you. And then say to yourself, I feel better in my anger than I felt in my despair, and get some of your power back in doing that. And then say, but I don't want this anger either. I'm on my way to bliss, but bliss is too big of a jump. Maybe I can just find frustration. And then reach for the breath of fresh air that frustration gives you and find it, and then say, I found this frustrating thought on purpose, and it sure feels better than the anger that I felt before. And then about frustration, then start reaching for some hope. And when you find hope, then start reaching for some belief. And when you find belief, then start reaching for some knowing. And before you know it, you're remembering who you are, you see. But you cannot guide yourself by using someone else's criteria. And your criteria is the way you feel. The better you feel, the more on your path to who you are, you see. Good feels good. That's what we want you to remember, and it's what you innately know. And it's not the big struggle that you often think for people to remember that, because while you may have for 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 or 70 or 80 or 90 years, maybe you have been far from your connection to source energy, but you are eternal beings who have for so much longer known yourself as joyful beings. So a little dose of it brings your memory back fast.
Thank you.
It's our pleasure. Something more? We are complete.